Hello and welcome to perhaps the most exciting part of this 5-part series of RocketMill moments. Why is it the most exciting? Because I'm going to talk to you about modelling, or indeed my favourite subject, machine learning. For those of you that know me well, you'll have heard me say the phrase before that I've been doing machine learning since before machines were learning. And now a quick RocketMill moment exclusive, that might not quite be true. But I have been doing it since before it was a massive buzzword and everyone was talking about it. I'm not going to sit here today and talk about ethics and AI or even Google's algorithm, but I do want to talk to you about a way that you could use machine learning that perhaps you haven't thought of previously, and that's on your customer data sets. Before we do that, for those of you that aren't quite sure what machine learning is, the official definition is a set of methods that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly trained. If you're still screwing your face up at the computer having heard that, I want you to think of 2 words: pattern recognition. Give a computer a load of information, tell it to find the patterns, and then it can understand a lot more about new or future pieces of information. How does that work when it comes to customer data sets? Let's think about what we've got in our customer database. We'll have personal information, so that'll be things like their name, their age, where they live. We'll have behavioural information, so that'll be things like previous purchases. What have they purchased? How much did they purchase it for? When did they purchase it? We'll have lifetime value information. How long have they been on our database for? Have they had any periods of inactivity? Have they ever lapsed whilst they've been with us for their journey? Pause for a second. That's quite a lot of data, which means it's also got quite a lot of patterns associated to it. They're patterns that you or I might take years to find if we locked ourselves in a room, probably a darkened one in a basement somewhere. Give it to a computer and that changes. The computer sifts through all of the information, detects patterns and tells us things. So that might be, if it's got everybody's purchase history, how many people or who's going to purchase over the next month, and crucially who isn't. So we can then target people according to what the computer's telling us. It can get a bit more sophisticated than that. Because it's got the purchase price, it could tell us who's going to purchase at full price and where might we need to have some kind of intervention and discount them. So send them some kind of voucher to make them purchase or make them come back to our brand again. It's not all about purchase history as well. It can be really, really good with marketing activities. So this is things like direct mail, for example. Direct mail is really expensive and comes with really, really low response rates. It can cost hundreds of thousands of pounds to produce that glossy brochure that you get in the post from a company, but only 1 or 2% of people respond. If we could use a model to detect who is going to respond, where that 1 or 2% of people might be, we can seriously cut the production costs of that brochure and only mail the people that we think are going to respond. Cast your mind back a second to my first RocketMill moment. At that point, we didn't even know what data to collect. Now we're using sophisticated algorithms to tell us who's going to purchase and who's going to respond to marketing. Marketing efficiencies themselves are really, really complicated. And now that we've come full circle and understood our customers, I want to delve into that a little bit more. But you'll have to come back for the final part of the series to find out about that.